So it's a Grape Explorer talking about today. So if you've been following our podcast, we talk about the world of wine. And sometimes I do like to insert some spirits in there because I do have a background of spirits. So today we're going to be talking about cognac. It's probably, if not my favorite spirit, and I have quite a background with this business because I've imported cognac in the past. If you're not familiar where cognac actually is on a map, we broke out our map of France, and you can see cognac is right here, and you can see the proximity to Bordeaux. So yeah, and I used to fly into Bordeaux, and I would spend at least four days up here in Cognac, and you've got these very enchanting places called Jarnac and Angoulême. But Cognac's an interesting place because yes, they do grow grapes here. And this is a distillate, so how they make cognac is just so you can understand. When they pick the grapes and they ferment it, they squeeze the grapes like you're making wine, but what they do is differently than wine. They burn the grapes to get what's called eau de vie, or in English they call it water of life. And this eau de vie, what they do is they age it in barrel for a certain period of time. And so they have different quality degrees. And so this is a VSOP. And VSOP means very special old pale. Very special old pale. That's how you read a cognac label. The interesting thing is this is actually a grape. There's a single grape that's very famous for cognac. It's called Ugni Blanc. This is 100% Ugni Blanc grape. So, but I wanted to talk about this producer because this is Domaine Francis Abacassis, and he does something very interesting because he takes A, Ba, Ka, and six, Abacassis, that's his name. That's his last name. So Francis is quite a very, very interesting individual. We want to talk about him a little bit because he owned vineyards in France, and then he had to sell some of his vineyards in the south of France. And he decided to make all of his investment in cognac. So he owns over 350 acres of vineyard in this region of cognac right here, which is very fascinating. And he is actually in this place. So we can zoom in right here. He's in Petit Champagne right here. And you also have Grand Champagne. These are all the best areas of cognac. And if you see this right here, there's Bonboise. This is what we call, more like the village area. But when you blend in Grand Champagne and Petit Champagne, these are some of the finest cognacs that are made. So traditionally, how I was taught, when you want to enjoy cognac, you put it into a brandy snifter. That's what we have here, and you put it in the palm of your hand. And what you try to do is you try to warm up the cognac, and you swirl it like this, and your body heat will actually take the aromatics, and you can actually smell it better when you drink the cognac this way. And you just that little bit of warmth in your hand and the palm of your hand will actually change the dynamics of the smell. And you smell different things like toffee, like buttered toffee, grilled nuts. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about cognac here, and I'm getting all these beautiful aromatics and scents and everything like that. Even before I even taste the cognac, you want to get all of this aromatics out, because all you really want to do is when you're having cognac, and the most important time to have a cognac is after dinner. And the reason why it's called a digestif. When you're very full from a meal, let's just say you're having a big meal, at the end of the meal, you have this, and it actually makes your food digest. I know that's it's a wonderful thing, but you only need this little bit. That's all you need. You don't need to drink that much cognac to actually, and it's probably one of the greatest things made in brand. It's the brandy. It's the top brandy. But again, I wanted to share this with you because I imported cognac for many years, so I wanted to talk about cognac. But again, this is the Grape Explorer. We're always trying to bring very interesting things to the plate, and we're drinking very interesting VSOP cognac here. Cheers.